And for me, it was giving Finney what he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
in that
needed
moment.
to just...
And without spoiling anything, it was very important to me, and because I love Finney so much, and it was a tough moment, but it was fun.
Thank you both so much for taking the time
Of
today.
course, thank you
you.
for chatting with us.
Listen, I loved this movie. I liked it better than the first one, which I love the first
Hell
one.
yeah.
Yes, that is so great to hear.
You're amazing in this.
Thank
And you are
you.
too. But like you
Thank
really
you.
get your time to shine in this
Thank
one,
you
and
so
I
much.
love
That
that
really
so
means a
much.
lot. Thank you.
But after the first one ended, I was like, I don't know how they are going to do a second one.
So, okay, we were on the
Was
same boat.
so confused.
Yeah.
It worked out perfectly. I think it was a brilliant concept. For
Agreed.
you guys, for both of you, what was your reaction when you read the script for the first time for the second one?
I was shocked. Scott had written me, and he was like, Maddie, you are the second person to read this besides Ethan. I want you to know the focus is more on Gwen this time, and let me know your thoughts on the script. And so I was reading it with like all this passion, and like if I had anything to say to Scott, anything I thought should change or be different, no notes whatsoever. I was so beyond happy with what they did and the direction they took it. I think it is such an emotional, gut-wrenching experience, more than in the first film, which is so hard to top. I personally love this film much more than the first one because I think it's so nice to see how these characters have grown and how it's such a real thing when trauma lingers with you and shapes you into the person that you become. And I feel like it's really interesting to see where these characters were left off from the first film.
What was your reaction when you first read it?
I mean, just seeing where Finney was almost unrecognizable, you know, I mean, the stuff he's been through since then, and it's almost a completely different character. And, you know, for me, that was so much fun getting to dive into and try to find, you know, who he was. Because at the end of the movie, of the first film, you know, he escapes and, you know, everything's all right. But at the same time, the grabber, he took away what Finney loved or had, that innocence, the kid inside of him, the kind of heart. And, you know, he's lost and he's angry and he's confused. And, you know, kind of the only thing he has left or cares for is Gwen. And, you know, the grabber knows that. And killing him isn't a deep enough punishment. He has to take away the only thing that Finney still loves.
Yeah.
And
Horrible
it's
person. I know,
yeah,
terrible.
Just terrible.
It's crazy.
Not a good
but,
dude.
Not a good
yeah,
dude.
it's
Not a good
definitely
guy.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, well, there's one part that I cried multiple times throughout the movie, but you got me really good with that, like, monologue.
Oh,
towards the,
it is such a powerful
Oh,
scene.
my gosh.
It's one of my favorite scenes, and I wish I could talk about it.
I know.
That scene took 3 days to shoot.
Yeah.
I
Just
was gonna
because
ask about
it
it,
kept
yeah.
snowing and
Oh,
snowing,
really?
and there was not
Yeah.
supposed to be like any snow falling in the scene. So me and Mason, we'd get in our wardrobe, be sitting in the cabins, and they'd
Be
be
ready.
like,
They're like, all right, let's shoot, let's shoot, let's
they'd
shoot.
wait hours and be like, okay, you guys are wrapped, and
Yeah.
we're like, okay.
It was a long 3 days.
was a
waiting
long
to
3
shoot that
days.
scene.
Yes,
Once we
it
finally
was.
got to it, it was
Beautiful.
we went into the first take and it was kind of, you kind of had to fully go for it and really put yourself out there, which as, you know, a person and a human being, you don't want people to see you that way. It's
Vulnerable.
Just, it's
Yeah.
just the human instincts. It's not what you want to do. It's not a place you want to be. So it's kind of a vulnerable state where you really just got to go for it. And for me, it was giving Finney what he needed. And
He
in that
needed
moment.
to just...
And without spoiling anything,
Yeah.
it was very important to me, and because I love Finney so much, and it was a tough moment, but it was fun.
It's incredible. And you had to
Thank
linger
you.
in it for 3 days. Really?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Just like, that,
Yeah.
Fear.
I know. There's some insane like stunts and stuff going on in here, so I want to talk to you guys about that. How much of your own stuff did you do?
I mean, we all know I love stunts, like, so much. I actually, thanks to Scott, he convinced Bronco, our stunt coordinator, to let me do almost all my own stunts. So almost everything you see in that movie is me, which I'm so, so proud. And the stunt team was so incredible. Tori, my stunt double, there are 2 stunts that were her and not me, which was the spinning. Those are the 2 stunts that they did not let me do, which I'm honestly grateful for that. Thank you. I get dizzy really easily, so I'm glad that was not me. But no, I feel like that's one of the best ways you can really get into a character is trying to go through what they're going through as much as possible and make it as real as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm not actually getting cut up by a grabber, but I feel like it helped really make me feel very immersed in Gwen, and I feel like it added so many more layers to her and so much more emotion, and it felt so much more real that way.
I mean, even when we were filming how cold it was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Oh,
they were
it felt
they
very
had
real,
stuff. They were
because
like,
it
oh, would
was.
you like your thermals underneath? Would you like your
Yes,
stuff to
please.
keep you warm? And
Hand warmers.
I most of the time said no because
Yeah.
I don't really know. Just kind of putting myself in that setting and feeling that cold. It's at least to
I
Finney.
feel like he is
he's-
in that mental state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finney, he's been through so much, and the
Yeah.
cold is nothing compared to that. So it's kind
Yeah.
of, I feel like just kind of dealing with it is better.
I mean, for me,
Um,
most of the time I didn't have a choice. I was in PJs.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's
which
true,
was
right?
Awesome. We love that.
Well, thank you both so much.
Thank
like
you
I said,
so
I love this,
much.
and I did bring you something.
Yay!
Because
sure.
I know
Violet.
that you're a big Swiftie too. So
Oh my
I got
God,
one for
thank
Violet
you.
also.
She's gonna love this.
And
She's
then I don't want you
here.
to feel left out. So.
Thank you.
But I
Oh
had
my
no
God, that's
numbers,
awesome.
so it's just black phone number.
Appreciate it.
Okay, this is amazing.
you.
Thank you so much.